This video is sponsored by Deep Cut Studios. For a wide range of fantastic gaming resources such as battle mats, dice trays and pre-painted bases, check out the description below.
Hi guys, welcome back to TG Productions. My name is Tom.
And my name is Ian.
What are we playing?
We're playing The Walking Dead All-Out War.
First time since its revival, an adequately named revival. Why are we playing this?
Because we are running an event on the 13th of April, coming up very soon.
Very soon.
And we are playtesting today one of the unique scenarios that will be on show for participants at the event.
So we've got a fun, chill six games, is it possibly? Five events that we've got, and this is one of the ones we're going to play testing, as Ian said. This is called
Lines We Cross.
Lines We Cross.
So excited.
Really looking forward to play this. Like I said, it's a work in progress. I'm pretty certain after the event you'll probably put up the
all the scenarios are going to be available for everyone to play at home.
I'll link it in the description down below once this comes. I'm also going to apologise in advance if I look and sound like a walker. I am nursing a little bit of a cold, but hopefully it won't get in the way of the battle report. So better show them some crews. And these are our crews for today's game. We're doing 200 points, aren't we?
We certainly are, Tom.
And 200 points clearly gets me further than it does with you.
Yeah, you could say that.
I think everybody knows who I take. It's been a good couple of battle reports since my best boys have came out. So I've got the prisoners, who are a faction without being a faction.
Yes.
We've got Dexter at the front. He's got a stab vest and a pump action shotgun, WYSIWYG as always. We've got Axel behind him throwing a punch. He's got a police vest that he's nicked from some corpse to keep everyone's morale up. We've got Andrew. He's just got a rifle with him. I think he's got a Marlin. It is. And then Thomas, who has got a K-bar knife and a shiv just to dual wield. He doesn't need it because he re-rolls all sharp weapons anyway, but it's just, he's holding a shiv and I wanted him to have it just in case. So bang on, I think pretty much 200 points.
Spot on.
If you've seen them before, they kind of help each other out and support each other. They fall apart very quickly when they get just minced in combat. You've bought some ponies. First time on the channel?
I have. It is the first time on the channel. Something of a controversial crew.
I'm not saying it.
Tom doesn't like the kingdom. I love
Tom loves the kingdom. Tom loves the tiger.
No, this kingdom faction are lovely to play with. I could have gone for so many different permutations, but because it's 200 points, I can only take 3 characters, really. Yeah. So I've gone for Taylor, who is going to be the main dude. He's really good. He's got some makeshift body armour and a cavalry sword. And then I've gone for 2 permutations of Kingdom Guard 1. We've got a lady there holding a sword, and we've got a fellow there holding a gun, but they're both playing Kingdom Guard 1 with a cavalry sword and makeshift body armour.
So what's their main mechanic? They're fast, obviously.
They are very, very fast. They move 10 inches, which sounds amazing, particularly in today's objective, but they always cause noise.
Because they're born in the saddle.
Yeah.
So they come with a horse.
They come with a horse. It's built in. It's not like if you take Rick with a horse.
Can you equip them with an extra horse? Can you horse on horse? Can you double stack horses?
He's such a wind-up. They also have, though, here comes the cavalry.
Yes.
Which is outstanding, because that basically means that they get supported by having a friendly model next to them, and they get an extra red dice.
You'll see them in this formation quite a lot. They like to have someone else friendly in their kill zone.
Yes, I might try and, to be honest with you, keep them all together.
So you might be wondering why there's some heads in the background. We're going to set up the board and we'll show you why in a moment. And here we are, all set up for today's game. This is Lines We Cross from the event pack. He's shaking his fist in anticipation here.
I am so excited to play this game, Tom.
So thematically, this is basically the edge of turf between 2 opposing crews, isn't it, mate? And there are 4 spiked heads across the middle. Do you want to explain to us how this scenario functions then?
Oh, honestly, I am so excited to play this game. As you can see, like you said, you've got the spiked heads. Now, they've got their own special rules, which I'll go over with you now. Any survivor that is within their kill zone treats their nerve as low, regardless of any modifiers in play. I know you love a good police jacket, Tom.
I need it with the prisoners.
Well, unfortunately, that won't work when you're next to that. Models can be prevented from panicking, as normal, if you've got anything like Carl's vulnerable rule.
Or like a paper bag or something.
Yeah, exactly, those sorts of things. The heads on spikes can't be targeted by an attack from a survivor, so we can't kill them. They're not actually walkers. You can move through them like you can a supply counter, though. You know, they're not meant to be blocking terrain. But if at the start of the event phase you're within the kill zone of a head on spike, you get attacked by 1 red dice you have to defend, and that is subject to the bitten special rule as well. It is. So there's a lot of teeth on this board, Tom.
Yeah, there's some very bitey faces that are there. We've got 5 supply counters as normal. Now, these aren't necessarily for tiebreaker purposes. They're literally just to give us some loot. What do we have to achieve by the end of the game, Ian?
So the aim of the game, then, is to get more survivors than your opponent into the opposing half. So we need to cross territories, basically. I want to get my Kingdom Guard beyond the line of heads on spikes, and you want to get your prisoners to do the same.
And because of that, we've got a fixed time limit of 6 turns. If the threat tracker gets higher than that, it'll start to drop back down.
It does, yeah. What happens there is if before turn 6 we hit 18, which we might do, depending on that event deck.
Well, we're starting on threat 4, it's worth saying. We do start in low threat.
We do, which obviously, it gets things moving early doors. If that happens anyway, if we get to threat 18, we reduce the threat by the roll of a blue dice at the end of the turn.
So it's very similar to when we did Aftermath.
It is, actually.
So we've deployed. I have initiative, so I've put my prisoners out, starting first, shall we say. I've spread out. You've gone with just the Kingdom clump,
well,
as I'm going to call it.
Because Kingdom players, I don't know how many Kingdom players there are currently. After this, there's going to be more because they're going to be that inspired. But the Kingdom have got this rule called Here Comes the Cavalry. Their melee is better when they are together.
Yeah, so they want a kind of elite piercing strike through.
Yes, they do, definitely.
Whereas my chavs in orange just want to spread out, beat people up. So we'll get ready to start the game. We'll go to the first activation of turn 1, which will be the heroes, prisoners, heroes. So for my first activation, we're going to go with Police Jacket Boy. I robbed it from the corpse of someone who he beat on the way out of the prison. He needs to be in the middle of my crew and kind of keep his little bubble of be braver than you currently are up. So he's going to make a sneak action to here. I said to Ian, it's like, do we sprint first? Do we hold off? And it's like, I saw 3 big mounted armor guys on horses on the opposite side. I was like, we'll sneak to start with. And he's just going to make some noise and be like, oi, you, grandpa, meet my fist. And that's him done.
The Kingdom don't have the luxury of sneaking, Tom, because we're on horses, okay? So we always make noise, which is a bit of a problem.
Can they not put pillows on their hooves? Just like...
Sadly not. So Kingdom Guard 1, our female Kingdom Guard 1, because we've got 2 Kingdom Guard 1s, is going to run to here, but that's going to obviously cause noise, which brings the nearest walker into base contact.
Surprise! So we're going to continue with our normal big risky Thomas play, as we always start with. He is going to make a sprinting action into base contact with this walker, which is going to bring in this little lady because Thomas can take 2 walkers. He'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen?
That is bold, Tom. The second Kingdom Guard is going to follow on as well. Now, it is an advantage for those of you watching at home to keep your Kingdom Guard together. So my Kingdom Guard...
Flying V formation.
Exactly. So he's going to run to here right behind his friend and just pull in this lovely walker.
So Dex is going to go for me. He's going to use his top dog leader ability to roll a white dice. He can distribute 2 actions to his mates. He's just going to give 1 to Andrew because he's the only one who's not activated yet. And then I'm just going to do a sneaky sneak just to here, just to hide in the woods with my shotgun.
My final activation is going to be with Taylor. Now, Taylor, I was weighing up, do I just try and make a bolt for that halfway line? But honestly, in playtesting, the amount of times I take damage from those heads on spikes or get shot by someone like Dexter over there, I'm keeping my Kingdom Guard in reserve. So Taylor is going to run to here on his horse, which just pulls this walker off the supply token and into melee.
Very much in formation. We go for big plays with the prisoners here.
You do as well.
So I've got an extra action to play with. So Andrew's going to move to here. He's going to take the aim action because he's a runner, so he's not a marksman.
Nice.
And I'm going to try and thread a shot and hit this Kingdom Guard here. So we need to roll black and white to see who it's going to actually hit because he is engaged in combat with the
Please
walker.
hit the walker.
So shield, it hits the Kingdom.
Yep.
Blank hits the walker. Shield!
No.
Hey! Right, so I have got a Marlin, which means I have a white dice added to my already white for shooting, and I get a red dice because I aimed.
Wow.
Chubod. 3 successes.
That could have been worse,
It could have been much worse.
Here's my defence. Right, okay, well, that's as bad as it gets.
So makeshift armour doesn't reduce bullets.
No, it doesn't, so that takes me down to my last health.
Oh, 1 health left.
I know.
Okay. It does cause mayhem, which increases our threat up to 5. There is no headshots, no ammo counts. We'll just bring in the walkers because of that mayhem and we'll cut back. And as you can see, Andrew's invited a little bit of a party around him now.
Good, he deserves it.
Take bullets. And after those initial activations, we've done the move-in, so Andrew's got an extra buddy with him now. We're on to the event phase.
Absolutely. Now, in the event phase is when the heads on spikes would actually bite things, but
There's
neither of us
literally
are near
nothing
them.
around them.
And it may end up like that for the rest of the game. Who knows? So we'll draw us an event card, Tom. And we get Won't Stay Down.
Lovely.
We're currently on threat 5.
Yep.
And that means we're in low threat, which is for each prone walker roll a black dice. We haven't got any yet, so that's fine. It says if there are no prone walkers, just add 1 to the threat.
Lovely. So that takes up to 6. We have got melee this turn, take us up to 7. And we will go into the melee phase now. So we'll get my ones out the way first. We're going to go with Thomas. He's got 2 white dice because he's got his combat knife and he's got a white melee. He can re-roll all of these because he's got stab. So him versus 2 walkers. 2 successes so far. Let's see what you roll, mate, and then I'll think about it.
Oh,
dear.
Tom, I apologise.
That's quite tasty.
That is bad.
Let's re-roll both of these dice. Let's hope for something bigger. 1 success. Great.
Oh,
How much damage is that going to do?
So I've rolled 5 successes to your 1, which is 4 damage, and a bite.
He's only got 4 health.
Oh,
so he's
wow.
just gonna... Oh, no.
Ooh.
So he'll become a prone walker.
He certainly does. Tom, I apologise.
Dear.
That was a disgusting
That
roll.
is horrendous. Right, we'll carry on working our way through. Hopefully the rest will not be as bad. Axel, he can just punch this old man. He's got 1 white dice. Let's see how he does. He gets a... Right, fine. We'll accept
Survivors win draws.
Andrew is nimble. Can he nimble away? He cannot. So he's just going to defend, I think, with 2 red dice versus your 3.
That makes sense, to be
We'll
honest.
see how this goes. 1 success. Yeah. 1 success for you.
It's what you'd probably expect from 3 red dice, that unlike that first roll.
It would be, but I don't know. I'll take that for now.
Okay, it's time for the kingdom to sharpen their swords.
Yeah, they're very good in combat, aren't they?
They are. I was worried, I'm not going to lie, when you took that Kingdom Guard down to 1 health. But now we're going to see the benefits of these guys. So I'll go from the leader back, so to speak, or the person at the front, which is Kingdom Guard 1. She is natively 2 red dice on the melee.
Very nice.
She gets a white dice from the cavalry sword, but from the Here Comes the Cavalry rule, she gets an extra red dice as well. I know.
Very tasty.
Decent pool, that,
versus 1 singular dice.
Yeah.
The walker gets 1.
We don't get a headshot in that.
No, but you floor the walker at
We do.
least. So that'll be pushed away and knocked prone.
We do.
We got very similar dice pools to the next dude.
It's an identical dice pool because it's an identical model.
Awesome.
It is. So he is rolling the exact same.
Nothing for the walker. You do get a headshot
Yes.
onto the tree there.
Finally, there we
Kills
go.
that dude.
Kill one. And then finally I have Taylor. Now Taylor's dice pool is a little different because he's white dice on the melee. He's also got a cavalry sword, which gets him an extra white, and he also benefits from Here Comes the Cavalry.
Let's see how we go. Nothing for the walker.
There we go. No headshot for me either.
So that will just push this dude away, knock him prone. Well, that's pretty beastly for a melee phase.
It's not bad, is it?
So let's go to the end phase. And at the end of the first turn, we've already had 1 casualty, 1 person down to 1 health, and every walker stood back up as if it was nothing.
I don't think either of us are particularly pleased in how this
I
is
don't think there's been a
going.
success either way. We've got even models now, though, which is good
do.
for you, but
Yeah.
you've got initiative going into this turn.
I certainly do.
So we'll see what you do with it now.
Now, luckily, I actually had the foresight to put in some bandages into this list.
The foresight of a bullet hitting him.
Exactly. Now, obviously, bandages will only restore 1 wound, but I activate Kingdom Guard 1 that is at the back. That is going to increase him up to 2 health, and then
He's fine. He's perfectly fine. That bullet hole
Well,
sticks.
it's back to 50% of
Just
his
sticks
wounds.
his finger in it. Just like, it's fine.
Yeah, he stuck a bandage on it, stuck a wet paper towel on it, and then his second action is going to be. It would really be a sneak, but it still causes noise because of the fact that we've got the Born in the Saddle rule, which just pulls the nearest walker into base contact with him.
Very nice. Axel's going to go for me as he just sees like the risen corpse of Thomas across the board. He is going to make a run action, for want of a better one, staying just outside of 2 inches of this scary head on a spike.
Makes sense.
I'm going to go actually as shallow as possible here. I'm just going to go, hey, come fight me.
Right, it's time we get across this line, I think, or suddenly get right up to this line. I'm going to activate Kingdom Guard 1 with the sword in her hand, and she is going to canter, I don't know if that's a key word in Walking Dead, right up to that line, which pulls the nearest walker in.
It's only a canter if you're riding Shiva.
Ah, fair enough, yeah,
that's the
fair enough.
rule, I
We've not
believe.
got anyone riding Shiva yet.
No, it's because she's got an injured paw. She needs to be. He needs to have a paw fixed first, Ian. If only someone was on the rules committee and could fix that.
I know.
Do your job.
We need to find somebody else. Anyway, but what this does mean is that for the first time in the game, there's a chance of one of those heads on spikes taking a
Having
bite.
a nibble of horse. Right, Andrew's not going to do anything quite as exciting as his last action of like blasting a dude. I need to get away this horrible neighbourhood, so I'm going to make a sprint action to here, which is going to make noise and is going to draw this walker's attention. We're hoping we could just nibble away.
And you've avoided the head-on spike quite well.
Yes, I don't really want extra nibbles coming at my ankles.
My final activation will be with Taylor. Now, I'm just going bold. I'm going to say I don't care about these heads-on spikes because we've got to get past them eventually.
Yep.
So all that Taylor is going to do is he's going to run or counter in some way to here to keep him within the kill zone of each of these models, and that pulls the nearest walker into him.
Lots of nibbles. We're going to prep for next turn, knowing I have the initiative next. I'm going to go with this. Dexter's going to go with a sprint action to this position here, just outside of 2 of this scary head. It'll bring in this walker, and that'll take us to the event phase. And here we are for the event phase, but before we flip an event card, we've done move-ins, which there aren't any. We've got to do move bites, head,
We do.
spiky bites. I don't know what we call these. The nibble, the nibble phase.
Yeah, the nibble phase. We'll run with that. It's catchy. And you've managed to, with that lovely widget, stay away from 2 inches of these. I've thought, well,
You don't care.
Yeah. Well, I've got my makeshift body armour, which will help because it is a melee attack, so that kicks in. So do you want to do the Lady Kingdom Guard?
Yeah, so you get an attack, which does 1.
And then her defence is 1.
So she's all
perfect.
good. Taylor?
Yes, so Taylor is going to be blue and then red. So he'll be fine.
1.
Yeah, he's bound to be fine. Perfect.
And then your other guard's relatively safe, isn't he? He's outside.
Yeah, he's outside, which is good.
Event card?
Lovely. So if I draw it from the top of the deck, we are adding 1 to the threat straight away. Puts us to 8. And we have the Hunger, which is still low threat. Each player moves 1 eligible walker towards the nearest survivor.
Okay, you have priority, so who do you want to go with first?
I do. Let's see what Axel does here. Ooh, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I'll take one of these many walkers here to go and intervene.
Sounds good.
We have got melee, so we will now be into medium threat
We
at
will.
level 9, and we'll go deal with some combat.
Okay, let's start our melee phase with the Kingdom Guard at the back here, facing off against a walker wearing a lovely blue
The
shirt.
weirdly tall walker. It's
It
the one that's
is.
like head and shoulders above the rest. Like,
He is. Now, this is a decent melee pool here. Get us a headshot. Yes,
Yeah.
we've got a headshot. We
Kills,
kill a walker. There we go. I'm quite pleased about that. I just want to clear path, to be perfectly honest with you. So that's a good start for that. Let's do Taylor next. Taylor's got a better base melee of white. And
1
he's getting a
kills.
headshot.
Yeah, you're cutting through them here.
It's about time, because to be fair, I was a bit let down with that first melee phase of mine, obviously killing your characters.
Poor
good.
Thomas. Poor
Yeah.
Thomas.
And then finally, the other Kingdom Guard is facing 2
Yeah,
walkers.
so 3 red dice here.
Yeah, but she's got a decent pool.
It'll have to be a decent pool, mate.
Oh no, because I only get 2.
5, so 3 damage and a bite.
3 damage and a bite leaves her on a single health and bitten.
And she'll be pushed.
Oh dear. We have got 3 going through. However, she's got her makeshift body armour.
Which we totally remembered after we pressed cut.
Yeah, we did. We super did. And it
But
did
she still
nothing.
takes
It did nothing.
Didn't even need to record this bit.
So she is still on 1 and a bite.
Right, let's do Andrew's nimble. He's not going to nimble towards the head. He's just going to try and nimble this way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He does. He's just like, no, don't want any part of this walker
Yeah, don't blame
nonsense. Axel's going to defend white and a red on his defence. I think that's a
Reasonable
sensible
defence.
choice.
Reasonable defence.
1, it's not great.
Why are these walkers got
Stop
such sharp
spiking.
teeth? That is insane.
So you've done 4 there, so down to 3 with a
Yeah.
bite. So he has got, luckily he's on 6 wounds to start with, so he's got 3 health left.
Yes, he does.
But he is bitten, so he'll get shoved towards the head, which is actually problematic for me because it means he's going to not benefit from his own jacket.
Yeah, and he'll potentially, well, yeah, he'll panic.
Yeah, Dex is just going to punch this.
Okay, let's
Punch it
go with
straight in
that
the
one.
face. Yeah,
I get a 1.
it's insta-death. Dex is like, man up, we'll be fine. So yeah, we'll check for bites and all that kind of stuff. Actually, we'll do that on camera. We'll just check to see what the status is in the end phase. Oh dear, Ian.
That
This could
odd.
be really bad now. So let's do the bites to start with. I'm
Yes.
going to do Axel's. He's all good.
Right, that's what I need. That
So he's all good.
is.
How about your zombie horse?
Well, let's find out. No, don't call her that yet.
Zombie horse.
She's no. Oh, damn it,
Zombie
no!
horse.
Bloody hell.
Does she become a pro walker? How does the kingdom work?
she will do. Yeah, she will do. But she'll become a prone walker. Oh, Tom, that hurts.
Yeah, boy.
Do you
Take
know,
her off. Take her off.
I'll take her off now for you to see, but I cannot believe the amount of death that's been caused just by walkers in this game.
Well, speaking of which, these heads are going to cause some issues now, aren't they?
Yes, they are actually, because less now because the model's dead, but any models that start their activation within the kill zone of a head basically treat their nerve as low, and because we're in medium threat, that then means that panicking time.
So Axel and Taylor are going to have bad days now.
Yes, they are. They are.
So let's go to the first activation of turn 3, which will be the prisoners. Ian's just like casually said off camera, like, I forgot how much of an aggressive player you are. I was like, yeah, I'm so sorry. As I measure up, just absolute carnage that I'm about to try and do.
This is horrendous what he's going to do.
So Dexter's going to go. He's not within 2 inches of a talking head of a former friend, so he is just going to take a sprint action to end up between these two ponies, which is going to make noise. Either of these walkers is going to go, and we'll go with her because she's logically able to kind of get through here.
Walkers move through the heads on spikes if they're not the light supplies.
And then I'm just going to shotgun this man and his horse at point blank range.
Flipping heck.
So it's only 2 red dice with a pump action shotgun because I only have a red on shooting, but I only need to do like, what, 2 damage to him?
Yeah,
so
he's got 2 health
spike
left.
here, and it's multiple shots.
It is.
What's his defense?
His defense is single red, and it is single red because the makeshift body armor does nothing.
Right, let's set you a par of 1.
Right, well,
don't roll a blank.
Yeah, that's survivable, actually.
It is.
And
you're fine, you're fine. Right.
There we have it.
We do the mayhem after the multiple shots, so I'm going to shoot him again, and we'll see what happens. 1. Again, he's going to live either way.
This.
Disappointing.
Oh, we'll
take a
one
damage.
damage.
And that will now create mayhem, which we'll measure out. And, yeah. So, oddly enough, the one person who's not worried about that shot is Dexter.
I know.
Like, he's just between some horses being like, what? And Taylor's just pinned in. Axel's lost his activation as well.
I am worried for the move-ins here because this could potentially be 4 walkers on Taylor there.
With a little head nibbling you as well.
Oh, exactly. At least that doesn't pool in, though.
Exactly, yeah. That would be horrendous. But yeah, we've ignored the panic that we have to worry, at least.
Yeah, no, I'm quite pleased about that.
Just typical Dexter activation, that is. Run in, cause carnage, job done. So yeah, we've both got 1 activation left at this turn. Maybe been a bit of cursing off camera from Ian then.
I've given this a lot of careful consideration. I was tempted, viewers at home, to pile Kingdom Guard 1 into Dexter just to have a scrap, but you'd gain the walker no matter what.
That's just the need for revenge coming through, that is.
Well, it is, and you know, I should play with my head and not my heart. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to try and reduce the number of walkers that Taylor is going to end up fighting in the melee phase. So I'm going to run into enemy lines here.
Loyal Thomas Walker.
Yeah. There we go.
Is going to help out his former friends.
Exactly. The only issue with me doing this is that it does actually reduce my melee because of Here Comes the Cavalry. I don't get it anymore.
But you should be able to win a 1-1.
Yeah, but I can't be having so many walkers on Taylor. I just can't.
Just play the objective, Tom. Just play the objective. You've done your stupid idiot thing and it's paid off. You're not going to get it twice. So just get over the halfway line, Andrew. Hit the tree. Oh, actually, no, wait. I thought he was going to panic, but the police jacket still works for him. So I am medium nerve. I'm a confident boy. I won't be after this activation, though. So yeah, we'll go see what carnage comes from the event phase now. I feel like we say this every turn, but this is escalating.
It really has.
Remember Aftermath? Remember the nice chill, get past the first turn, game gets easier. This is not that.
No, it's not. This is ramping in difficulty, actually. With 2 decent crews as well.
I know. So we've had a move in on Taylor. Yeah. He's got to deal with a little nibble at the ankle from a head on a spike first.
He does. Let's see what happens there then.
So the head rolls 1.
You
should be fine with your blue dice.
Blue dice defense.
Yeah, loves it. Now, more importantly, we have an event card.
We do, and we are getting, hey, here we go. This is escalating. +1 to the threat, rouse lurkers. We are in medium, which means that we get the effect of all low and medium for this card. We would be shuffling any discarded lurker cards back into the supply deck, but we've not cared about them.
No, we've not picked up supplies.
No,
we will in a minute, I think.
Yeah, I want bandages, so I might start looking. But
it's the second part of this card, isn't it?
Yeah. In addition, red dice walkers are placed in contact with each supply counter, and there are 5 of them. We do roll for each of them separately. Yeah. Could you imagine if we get 2, 2,
Well, it was
2,
one of the
2,
first
2.
erratas, wasn't it, actually, for this card? It used to just be people weren't sure if you rolled the number for all of them.
Yeah.
And then it's walkers coming in?
Yeah, then for the medium part of this, in addition, blue dice walkers enter play.
We'll go do that. We'll go do that off camera. Well, it could have gone worse.
Could have gone
Like
better.
the middle objective and the one nearest to Taylor didn't spawn any, which I think is the biggest thing here. One next to Andrew spawned 2, which is not as great for me.
Yeah.
And then we had 2 walkers come in. We put one at the bottom, one on the left of your
Yeah, I
screen.
wanted one near Andrew, to be honest.
Andrew's just going to hide behind that rock now,
Yeah,
pray.
I don't blame him.
So we're on to the melee phase. We'll add 1 to the threat again, and we've just got your combats to deal with.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
And actually, no, tell a lie, we've got Axel. We got Axel.
Oh, yeah, so
I've written Axel off as a
No,
casualty.
it's still got half his health.
And a bite.
Well,
And 2 walkers.
yeah.
We'll see what happens. Okay. Let's deal with this. This is fine. This will be okay. 1-on-1.
Yeah, I've only lost 1 red dice by being so far away. So
one.
let's see what happens. I get 3.
you're fine.
Don't headshot.
Go away, Thomas.
Yeah.
Knocks him prone, though, which is good news.
Yeah, it is good news, that.
Let's do Axel. He's going to defend against the 2 walkers he's currently dealing with.
Excellent.
He gets 2.
2. 1.
All right, he's
fine.
successsul. Go away. Annoyingly, he's still next to the head.
Yeah. Yeah, he is, which might impede him next turn.
But he knocks them both prone, doesn't he, when he wins?
He does.
So there's that. He's just done a massive punch.
Yeah.
And then the main events.
Right.
6 dice versus Taylor?
I've got 2 white, so it's a chance. Let's see what
I
happens.
love your optimism.
It's not
Okay,
a chance.
well,
It's not a chance. Oh!
It could have been worse, but it could also have been better.
So
You've got makeshift armour on.
I have.
So it's currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage, down to 5.
Yeah. And then let's see what happens. In fairness, I could survive then potentially.
Does he have makeshift? He does have makeshift.
Yeah,
He doesn't
he
have
does.
anything fancier, does he?
No, he
So
doesn't.
currently 5 and a bite.
Oh!
5 and a bite. How much health does he
only
have?
has 5 health. He
Okay.
only have 5 health.
So he's dead.
Wow. But, there's so many walkers on the board. That's how it is, isn't
Everything has just died in like one swing.
it? I just can't believe how brutal this has been.
Like nothing has actually died from like attrition. It's just been like big bite dead.
Arguably, that was by attrition because of Dexter's shot.
That's fair, but
But yeah,
let's-
I take your point. I take your point.
So we'll see if all these prone walkers stand up, and we'll go to the end phase. I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling better than when Thomas just got munched immediately at the start of the game.
I was optimistic at that stage.
3 models to 1. You have got initiative going into this. We'll check for Axel's bite. Does he
Yes.
tank it? He does not. He takes another damage. He's down to 2 health now.
That's still pretty decent.
It is, considering he's going to panic as soon as he activates.
Yeah. Well, I've only got 1 wound left in my entire crew.
Andrew's going to panic as well when he activates because he's too far away from Axel.
Yes.
Dexter's my only okay man, but he's medium nerve as well. What's the nerve of your dude?
Medium.
Right, so they're both away from a head currently,
Yeah.
which is good, but this could
is.
get quite tasty going into the final rounds. So, any thoughts?
I don't naturally know what to do. If I had a gun, I'd be feeling confident, but I ain't going to get back across to your side to kill the models, am I? I might just try and kill Axel.
That seems
honest.
fair. So, you've got the first activation of, I think this is turn 4 now, so let's go to it.
Okie dokie, my last activation of the turn, which is also the first, is going to be Kingdom Guard, and I want to try and get something from Axel. So we're just going to charge into him. I have to land within the kill zone of that, head on a spike, but that does pull the nearest walker into Axel.
So, I have 2 activations. Dexter's the easy one. Let's go with him. Nope. Back away.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Do not want to deal with any of this. He's just going to sneak and chill there. Andrew's going to panic because he is low nerve. So let's see what happens with him. He has just terrified. He can perform 1 action this turn. He is just going to join his mates.
I'm not surprised he's
Sneak around
terrified.
there. Stay away from these scary heads. And we're on to the nibble phase.
We certainly
See
are.
how we get on here. Nothing. You're fine. You're
Yay.
safe.
I'm glad about that because I was worried, I'm not going to lie.
What's the event card say?
Right, the event card is +1 to the threat, so we're right near the top.
We are very near high threat now.
And white dice walkers enter from each table edge.
Lovely. Do you want to roll and see how many friends we're going to have?
I'd love to.
I regret that now. Back towards the edge.
Yeah, I'd love to. We get 2 as
right.
well.
We'll put those out. And we now have quite the party.
We really do,
Quite
Tom.
the party. A lot of walkers on this board.
There is.
There is melee, so we're going to add 1 to the threat. We're now into high threat, which means
Wowza.
everybody's going to panic next turn, presumably they are still alive. So let's go deal with that big fight in the middle now. Oh, we got our 1 big fight then.
Come on, Kingdom Guard.
I'm going to defend. White and a red for Axel.
That's pretty good. Right, the Kingdom Guard rolls. Am I having that, Tom?
Yeah, you can have
Super
that.
duper, thank you. Oh, isn't he kind? There we go. But then we also have.
Yeah, just don't roll anything on these and then it'll be all right. I'll be all right then.
And we didn't, there you go.
Well, it's
there
a
you
tie
go.
then because the headshot doesn't go through until afterwards.
No,
so
it doesn't.
We all go our
It's a bit
separate.
anticlimactic.
No,
that,
I'm all
isn't
good
it?
with that. Don't worry. I'm all good. We all go our separate ways, and we'll just see if the Prime Walker stands up to go to the end phase of this turn. So in the end phase, then we've just got to see if Axel staves off the bite on
Oh, I
2
really
wounds.
wanted to take the bite.
He's okay.
Oh, damn
He's a
it.
Chad, and we'll go to the first activation of turn 5, which is going to be probably Axel. We're going to see how much he panics next to this head,
Yeah.
and I'm going to run the hell away if I can. Oh no, Axel. Oh dear. You got
right.
tied up, my friend, and we don't like that. Does he love this head? Does he panic? Let's see. Shh. So you can do an action, but it's got to be quiet, can't cause noise or mayhem. I don't think that helps me much,
doesn't
to be
really.
fair, mate. So I'm going to have to sneak.
Yeah,
There's no good places to sneak to. I am just going to get over the halfway line.
Yeah.
That's my plan, I
It
think.
might get you an extra point.
It might do, presuming I can still survive. I'm going to be outside of that walker's kill zone.
Yeah, don't blame me.
If there's an equidistant position that's not within 2 of these walkers, but I'm going to still have to stay near the head.
Yeah. Right then, here we go. We're going to panic. We are.
Pony panic.
We'd be panicking regardless of the head on the spike. Though,
Yeah.
So, it's just decoration at this point. We get question mark,
Terrified, that's the one you wanted. So you can perform 1 action, and it can make noise. Because we realised if you got you literally can't move.
Yeah, because the horse always causes noise. So, in that case, we are going to just turn on our hooves and charge Dexter like so. But that is obviously going to pull the nearest walker into him, which is this new guy here.
Come on, Andrew. Come on, Andrew. Come on, Andrew. Yeah.
Wow, that's what you wanted.
One to the threat.
That is what you wanted.
He's ready for a big fight. I mean, I can
is.
add red to my melee here.
Yeah. Oh, this could be it for Kingdom Guard.
I
if you can do
know.
it.
I'm very tempted to just be like, throw some extra dice at you.
Yeah.
So we'll go Guts of Glory. And Nibble phase. You get to roll the dice this time.
Yay! I think, is this the first one?
Did we not roll? I think Axel should have had a roll against him last turn, actually.
Ah, well, we'll
Go
see
on,
what
roll
happens,
now.
yeah.
See what happens.
Nothing
No,
happens.
roll again. Roll another one, just in
go
case
on
I
then.
dodged it last
Go
turn.
ahead then. He's very generous, Tom. He'll be
1.
fine. Oh, look at
It's
that.
fine, he
no
cares
issues.
not.
No issues.
Event card then.
Right, we get Frayed Nerves,
Okay.
which at this threat level
Yeah,
is
because
interesting.
we're all low or medium, aren't we?
Yeah. Now, Tom, you have initiative,
Yeah.
which means that you get to choose a model with low or medium nerve. Doesn't have to be an enemy model if you want to choose your own.
Yeah.
And that model is going to cause mayhem. And then, in addition, blue dice walkers enter play.
The problem I've got is if I create mayhem with your model, it's going to split what is really nice combat for me here.
Yes.
So do I go with Axel, but then move all the walk?
You'd be killing your own model then.
Yeah. I'm going to declare your model.
And there he goes.
We're going to have a walker enter
Yeah, that's
play.
not
So
too
we'll
bad.
sort that out now. So I don't think anyone can actually appreciate how big this scrum is, but you'll see it when the melee begins in a second.
Definitely.
How many are we on?
Tom, there are 27 walkers on the board.
We started with 13.
That's more than double.
That's insane. Everybody's in combat. Everybody's
Yeah.
pinned in. It's
Flipping heck.
not a good place to be.
Do you know, if I was sad enough to, I'd go back through all our battle reps
Let's see
and
who
if
had
we've
the most
ever
walkers.
had 27 walkers
No, I
on the
don't
board
think we have.
before.
So let's go get into combat with +1 to the threat. My kingdom for a leather jacket. I would give the world.
I really would do. I really would.
Let's do Axel first.
Yes.
He's going to defend.
Lovely.
He's going to be fine. Gets 2.
1.
All good. Go away.
Yes.
Let's see if Andrew can nimble. He
Yes, he
does.
can.
I'm just going to go there.
Yeah, don't blame you.
Dexter's going to punch this guy.
Walker gets a 1.
Dexter does not care.
He doesn't.
And then we're on to the main event.
Wow.
20 red dice, we think?
Wow, yes, it is, yeah. Yeah, because the 6th walker still only gets 5.
Do you want to set the par?
Yeah, go on then. Right, so...
You've got 1 health left, yeah?
This pool...
I
is-
think you've got a chance.
Yeah,
I think
this
you'll be all right.
pool is a decent pool.
Bear in mind, you've got makeshift armour afterwards.
I know. Right, there we go.
2. I need
Yes.
to beat off 20 dice.
Yeah. Could you imagine if you didn't?
So that's 3. You
Yeah.
keep tally for me. Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's
3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10 and 3 bites.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
And 4 bites.
16, 17, 18, 19. Do you want to roll your makeshift armour?
5
Just
bites.
in 19?
Yeah, go on, yeah, right,
so it's
go on.
like 17 wounds going through currently. You might
Yeah.
block it.
And we get 1
You
off.
block 1. Nice.
16 wounds.
16 wounds. I think he's dead.
That is outstanding, though, to be fair, Tom. It is absolutely outstanding.
That's insane. So that's you all gone. So that
It
actually
is.
makes the end of the game happen
does.
here. So I'm going to give you a fist bump because I've got the
Yay.
lurgy. Good game, sir.
game,
Good
Tom.
game.
Great
We'll cut to the end game now. And boy, am I thankful for that rule that says if everyone's dead, the game ends. Because I am not coming out of that alive.
Well, to be fair, Axel would still be scoring your points.
I mean, let's see if he actually does take his bite this turn. Oh, he's okay. He's okay,
Yeah.
right? So he won't die this game unless he somehow...
Yeah.
Like, this is absolute carnage of a battle report. So let's go talk about it off camera. That was brutal. That was real. I mean, we play tested the scenario. It was good. The heads are great. As much as the low threat didn't affect us, the fact that that does drop you to low, it doesn't drop you one below. It's like you are straight to low.
It made a big difference, didn't it?
Starting on 4 as well means that that's why we had so many walkers. The fact we started on 4 just brought them in.
Yeah, 27 walkers was the most we had on the board today. That is an insane number of walkers.
And every attack either one-shot someone or knocked them down to 1 health.
It did. Well, to be fair, when Thomas died at the start, that set the tone for the entire game. Because Thomas realistically should be doing better than But likewise, the Kingdom Guard that died, my first Kingdom Guard that died should have done better.
Yeah, Andrew's first bullet shot that like knocks him down to 1 health and everything as well. The Kingdom are really good. You were saying that you almost need a 350-point game for them.
If you wanted to get everyone in, you absolutely would do. What I think is great about the Kingdom is when they're in melee, but when they're not, they are so vulnerable to shooting. And you saw that in the game today. And
the nice thing is, even though I had a numerical advantage for this scenario, we both know there's other scenarios in the game where being a bit more tanky and good in melee will help a little bit differently. So it's quite nice to have different sets of scenarios that are going to help different players.
Definitely.
Obviously, I think you've snuck Uneasy Alliances in there as well.
Oh, of course, Uneasy Alliances has to
figure. It has to be in there. Mantic acclaimed, rulebook written. I'm never going to do a battle report without mentioning it. Frickin' give him credit.
Thank you.
But no, it's been a wonderful game. I thought it was just lovely to play Walking Dead again on the channel.
Brilliant.
Not that we ever stopped playing Walking Dead.
No, we've been playing for years.
Carrying the team.
Uninterrupted, haven't we?
Yeah, but we'll definitely try and get some more. And I think we've already said, once the event's out of the way, I say out of the way, we're looking forward to it. Once it's completed, we will probably record some of the other scenarios that we enjoyed from that, because I think there's just such an avenue of doing some really fun stuff with it. So we hope you enjoyed it. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and we will see you in the next one. Bye. Hi guys, and thank you so much for watching our videos. It means the world to us. If you want to see some more, they should be over here. If you want to support this channel, keep these lights on. You can find links to our Patreon and merchandise in the description below. Take care.